There's a lot of enthusiasm in the campaign, Oz versus Fetterman, but it's pretty much all clustered around John Fetterman. And Oz wants that enthusiasm, but you can't just fake it, or at least you can try, but it doesn't look very good. Take a look at this. I'm not getting strong Michael Scott vibes off of him because he comes out and he's like, oh my God, oh my goodness. They're not, like, there's people there. Some of them are clapping a little bit. Most are just standing there. They're a little tired, but they're there. But you can't act as if like people are like body surfing towards you or something. Like you can't fake the enthusiasm that a popular candidate who has passionate fans has. Or again, you can try, but it just looks so try hard. It looks so pathetic, Sabrina.
You know what it looks like? It looks like a Bloomberg rally, if you remember how those looked before. Very just sad and empty and manufactured at times. Which, yeah, I don't know how well Oz is gonna perform. I wish that he wasn't running. I don't think we should have very rich multimillionaire celebrities running for office. So I hope that the enthusiasm continues to dribble away.
Yeah, I think it's if you could describe his campaign as anything at this point, it is dribbling. But anyway, I wanna give him credit. According to the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, he did get one loud cheer. It was in response to a question about what should be done with those in prison over January 6th. He said, if you broke the law, you have to pay the price. If you did not break the law, you should be allowed to go free, and the adjudication needs to be done in a timely fashion, which is literally just describing the legal system should function as it is supposed to. Yeah, if you broke the law, there should be consequences. If you haven't, there shouldn't be, and it shouldn't take too long. Brava, sir. This amazing commentary. But people apparently liked it. If nothing else. Here's the thing, if you want enthusiasm, I have an idea, give people something to be enthusiastic about. And you don't have to look far to find it. John Fetterman on the other side of this campaign is continuing to do so. In fact, very recently, it was just announced that he's gonna be marching in the Labor Day parade in Pittsburgh next week. That's not the important, exciting part. It's that he looks forward to talking to President Biden there about the need to finally decriminalize marijuana. And that was the initial statement. They had a follow-up statement explaining it where Fetterman said he's gonna urge Biden to use his executive authority to deschedule marijuana prior to his visit to Pittsburgh by removing the drug from its current Schedule I classification. That's reserved for drugs that have, quote, no currently accepted medical use and a high potential for abuse. It's long past time that we finally decriminalize marijuana. This is common sense, and Pennsylvanians overwhelmingly support decriminalizing marijuana. That is true, as we'll show in the polls. It is well within the legal authority of the president. And the idea that marijuana is on the same schedule as far more dangerous, debilitating drugs makes no sense. I say, Dark Brandon, you need something to do to keep the enthusiasm going. Decriminalizing marijuana, descheduling it, I think it'd be a great way to do that, Sabrina.
No, that would be an excellent way. I mean, perhaps it's something that he could have done sooner, but it's better late than never, especially if an election is going to come eventually. And after forgiving a small amount of student loan debt, this would kind of be a really easy dunk for Biden. Just do it.
Super easy. Just do it. It's not radical. It's literally just decriminalizing. It's not even legalizing. It's not even like marijuana activists would be like, good, that's a step. It's not everything that they want. It's like the perfect Dark Brandon move. So do it. But despite the fact that it is very much a half measure, one of the spokespeople for Dr. Oz, in fact, the same one that put out the statement mocking Fetterman for having a stroke, Rachel Tripp tweeted, marijuana and freeing murderers, exactly what you'd expect from a man-child cobbling together policies through a haze of smoke in his parents' basement. First of all, stop making John Fetterman seem even cooler than he is. Second of all, marijuana. Are you 90? Based on the profile picture, you look younger than me. Are you seriously doing the marijuana craze of the 50s, sort of demonizing? Seriously, it's marijuana. Are you 1,000 years old? I know that you work for a Republican now, but you can't possibly actually think that. And by the way, Fetterman put out a response to that saying, I don't want to hear any BS. He didn't say BS. Coming out of Dr. Oz's campaign trying to conflate decriminalizing marijuana with seriously harmful crime. Are we supposed to believe that neither he nor any members of his staff have ever used marijuana? No, it goes beyond that, beyond just using. Just 2 years ago, Oz himself called marijuana one of the most underused tools in America and said that the country should completely change our policy on marijuana. Unfortunately, that was before he completely changed his position on marijuana. But just 2 years ago, he was like, oh no, everybody should be smoking it. It's great. It's a miracle drug, of which he's a big fan. And not anymore, unfortunately, Sabrina.
Listen, he's gonna have a public position and a private position. And right now, his public position wants to see marijuana, very much demonized. So I don't think anybody actually believes that none of them have ever done marijuana ever in their life. But yeah, it's just so silly. Rachel is clearly just trying to create like a gotcha kind of tweet. She's trying to paint a picture with the haze of smoke in the parents' basement. She doesn't really care that much about what she's saying. She's just trying to paint a picture.
Exactly. Yeah. And by the way, your candidate is losing to a guy, a man-child who's in a basement in a haze of smoke. Why's he beating you? He's all smoked out. Apparently, marijuana ain't that bad. You can win a Senate seat when all you do is consume it. By the way, I'm being told that reefer madness was big in the 30s, not the 50s. Apologize. But anyway. Okay, so let's see. Wanted to remind you that Biden is not necessarily going to do this. It's great that he's putting the pressure on him. And with the whole Dark Brandon thing, you never know. But Karine Jean-Pierre, the press secretary for the White House, says Biden still only supports leaving decisions regarding legalization for recreational use up to the states. Okay, well, I wish that President Biden would have a talk with President Biden as of February 2021, when he said that his administration will pursue cannabis decriminalization. So, well, one way to pursue it is by pursuing it. You could do it. You could do it right now. You could do it. Not me. I can't do it. I could write marijuana is decriminalized on paper as much as I want. It's not going to have much of a legal effect, but you, President Biden, could do it. And by the way, in Pennsylvania, 58% of adults support legalization of marijuana, not just decriminalization. God only knows how high that is, but full legalization. And maybe because Fetterman is advocating for things that people actually agree with. If you look at the recent polls in that campaign, it's not looking terrible for John Fetterman. +4 recently, +13, +4. You never know. Don't get complacent, but it's nice to see it. Dr. Oz is the absolute worst. Any other thoughts, Sabrina, about decriminalization?
Yeah, I wish it would happen sooner. I wish Biden could live up to his words a little bit better instead of just kind of falling flat a little bit. But yeah, decriminalize it. It's affecting Black and brown communities disproportionately. Almost everybody does it at some point. It's so silly that it's classified like this.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.